I meant to say very quickly before we go live, I was thinking we should maybe keep the cameras on.
Two great armies were converging on the River Boyne. On the left you had King James of Scotland with 26,000 men. James arrived at the Boyne first and set up his great tents and cannons, and he waited. On the other side you had King William, Prince of Orange, with 30,000 men. As William rolled through the narrow country lanes of Ireland on that hot sunny July morning in 1690, he was armed with the latest in artillery that day. Finally, William too arrived at the Boyne and set up camp and prepared to do battle. Then at 8 o'clock in the morning of the 1st of July 1690, the Battle of the Boyne started. The fighting lasted throughout the day until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. "1,500 men were killed on that day. James fled the battlefield and William, Prince of Orange, was victorious. Sound your drum and flash your sword. Wade into King James's horde. Watch the wind and trust the Lord, or we'll die for our Isle, William. On Boyne's great shore, that glorious day, 30,000 that beat their way. For Orange we fight, and for Orange we'll say, we'll die for our Isle, William. Sound your drum, flash your sword, wade into King James's horde. Watch the wind and trust the Lord, or we'll die for our Isle, William. On Boyne's red field in the afternoon, through the smokes undaunting gloom, as horses fell and cannons boom, and blast the way for William. Sound your drum and flash your sword, wade into King James's horde. Watch the wind and trust the Lord, or we'll die for our Isle, William. On Boyne's red field of bloody gore, James he cried, no more, no more. The time has come to end this war. I can see defeat to William. Sound your drum and flash your sword, wade into King James's horde. Watch the wind and trust the Lord,
Oh dear. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Saturday night. You are with us all here on Virtual Band Parade. Welcome, welcome all. Santa is in the mood, as you can see. He's got his Union Jack hat on and he's waving his flag because tonight we're having, for want of a better word, a loyalist karaoke, a sash bash, whatever it may be. So get yourself comfortable. Make sure that the vocal cords are all nice and loose because I want to hear you singing. That includes you, Roy. Well, maybe I don't want to hear you singing. That's a tough one. You guys definitely don't want to hear me sing.
Nobody wants to hear me singing. At the minute, it's been dry all day, so let's just keep it that way.
You think if you and I started singing that we would make it rain? I don't know. I think it would
Thunderstorms,
be
torrential, flooding everywhere.
well, let's get through a few texts first. Roy Patterson, I saw your name on, but a couple of others have disappeared, so apologies I've missed you. Muriel's watching. Catherine Hawkes is watching. Roberta and Eddie Baird are watching. Sylvia Slane, Karina and Ray, Norris Main. Harry MacArthur's watching from Glasgow. Gavin Hazlitt, David Sheridan. Sammy Bones says, well, that derby was great. Not. Now a bit of music to chill. Roy was just complaining about it, I have to say. Francis Payne's watching from Hollywood. Jennifer Ferris is watching. I believe you're Donaghadee, aren't you, Jennifer? William Fenton says, hey team, all set for another good night's entertainment. Tom Sweeney says, good evening from New Mains. Graham Kenny is watching. Good, Graham. Make sure you're singing plenty tonight. Mark Fry says, evening all. I'm outside Ballymena. Amy and Dee are waiting to sing in Chili Coke. Do you know something? It's cold. I have been cold about 4 o'clock this afternoon. It just seemed to get really, really cold all of a sudden. But singing and bouncing about in your seat will keep you warm. It definitely will. Margaret Gover says, hi, everyone from Largs in Ayrshire. William Torrance is watching. Trevor Harrison, Sammy Bones, Eddie Martin and Steel End 5. Carl Porter's looking forward to this. Good, Carl. I hope you are in good voice. Few faster ones on tonight than the last time we did a karaoke. Alan Finley's in time tonight. Well done, Alan. Congratulations. Derek Williams is watching. Derek, I hope you are good at singing tonight. Apparently, my mic is quite low. Maybe it's just because I had
I'm just checking. And wait here, this is on my phone.
Eddie Martin and Steel End 5. Carl Porter's looking forward to this. Good,
So
Carl. I
you're
hope you
loud?
are in good voice. How are you boys turning up your phones? That's what it is.
They're saying I'm really loud, but you're quiet. But I've just checked.
You see, he set the level so that you can only hear him and not me. Steve McKelvey's watching. David Burton from Carnshore, Jacqueline McNeil from Larne, Ronnie and Anne are just back from Belfast, and Liz Burton, and they had a wee visit to China. Adam Hodge is watching. Keith McCormick, hi all from Portrush, earplugs in hand. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say, Keith? Chrissy Cunningham's watching in Glasgow. Lauren Elwood, hello, Lynn Fitchie. Jeanette Bloomer is watching from Yurt, Ontario, and congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Tommy Bloomer on their wedding day. Yes, I got a message to say, and it was actually from Muriel, to say, Muriel Bloomer, not Muriel, my mum, to wish happy wedding to Thomas and Danielle, who are getting married today. And Tommy is in Pride of Ballinran. There we go. Kilkeel ones are getting in early tonight already. Morris Works watching. He's got his mic ready. Hilary Ann McGuigan is watching. Annabelle Kinnear. Joshua Morris says, welcome to his birthday party. Well, it's not just your birthday party, Joshua. There are a few other birthdays tonight as well. Gertie Yates Brown is also watching. Roy is really loud. Valerie, we can hear and nothing. Just hear nothing more. No surrender from Articliff, says Brucey Kyle. Lynn Fitchie says, thank you again, John China. Is China on? Sean Lucas is watching in Portsmouth. Alistair McKellar in Edinburgh. Tad Adamson can only watch the forum from 9 to 10. Why is this, Tad? Oh, are you working? You're maybe a night shift tonight again. Turn the mic up. Have I got? I don't think I've anything that I can turn the mic up. Evelyn Ovington Gare is watching back again from Skegness. Rebecca Marks wants to know when's the Christmas songs played by bands. I think that's next weekend. Let me see. Evening, Valerie. We're getting loads of messages about low volume there. Is it any better now? Are we sounding okay now? Roy's doing fiddly bits there, right, left, and centre. I don't know what he's doing. Let me just check to see where my mics are at, if I can remember how to do it. No, it's all coming out of the
I've lowered
headset.
I've lowered my mic down a bit, so hopefully that'll balance that out. But yours is up at 100%,
Aye, and I mean it's coming through the headsets.
and there's no
Anyway,
changes from last night whatsoever.
don't know what it is. William JC, hiya to you, and Sammy Bones. He says it's good now, so hopefully we're okay. Mark Anderson says looking forward to hearing you and Roy singing. Not a mission. Not a mission. Let me see. Guy Tennant says big happy birthday to Pojo. Not sure who Pojo is. Billy Daly says evening everyone. Is Auntie Val going grey? No, it's the blonde. It's the blonde pulled back. The blonde's in it to hide the greys. It's having to listen to all you guys. That's what it is. Lorraine Hunter is watching from Glasgow. Derek Colley is watching. Alan McGraw, Glenn Becker from East Belfast. Mary Irvine, Keith McCormick. Oh no, I've mentioned you. Richard Taylor's watching from London. Guy Tennant says congratulations to Bailey on passing his driving test. Well done, mate. Well done, you. Richard McNeil is watching from Peston Pass. There's so many messages. Thomas McKee's watching. David Payden in Tullybody, Scotland. Kenneth Connor in Omagh. Pamela and Alan Loudon in Glasgow. Philip Mackay. So some people say the sound's low and other people say it's fine. Neil Smith says a big shout out to the Isle Boys Flute Band in Larne. Derek Colley. Why are you greetings and felicitations to Mr. Hyman and not to me, Derek? That's just not good enough. Stephen Jones is watching from Loyal Egan and Moray, Scotland. Diane Robertson is watching. Yay! David Pritchard says, can't believe I'm saying this. Can hardly hear Valerie. What is that, David Pritchard? Tut, tut, tut. Now, we need to get some music. So where's my list? Where's my list? I've lost my list. All just confabulated tonight. Now, tonight is nothing but a sash bash. So I want to hear you all singing, and I want to hear you all sing it nice and loud. Now, we're going to start off nice and easy. Just ease yourself into it. And then by the time all your drink or your shandies or your fizzy lemonades have kicked in, or even your cups of tea will be raring to go, and the sash bash will be well underway. So let's start off nice and simple, nice and gently. This is a wee one called The Papish Goat. The lyrics are on the screen.
In the county down close to Seaford town, all at Drummond did dwell. An old rogue there you would compare with the minor judge of hell. Sure on Rogan's rocks he does feed his flocks, and he had a goat last year that was 3-year old, so I've been told, and he loved that goat most dear. That was 3-year old, so I've been told, and he loved that goat most dear. Now this old Kyo boy, he got up one day with his goat some pence to earn, nor little thought of the gunk he'd get when the cruel truth he'd learn. For the orange men had been round that night, you may guess what he did say, when the horns and flesh of the goat lay there and the hide had gone away. When the horns and flesh of the goat lay there and the hide was gone away. Sure he ran hot-foot into Seaford town, and he to the squire did say, Sir, some hellskin my goat did skin, and your rent I cannot pay. Then the gentleman he began to laugh till he drove the old rogue mad, and he let a howl and he swore by his soul he would have it off Drumsnad. And he let a howl and he swore by his soul he would have it off Drumsnad. Then he came to mind of a boast they'd made when they walked on the last 12th day, that they'd head their drum with a Papish hide for the Protestant boys to play. Then he let the shout just like hell come out, and a bad word did he say, till the rage grew wild and like a child he could neither curse nor pray. Till the rage grew wild and like a child he could neither curse nor pray. And when that he to his home returned, sure his cries would cleave the sky, saying they never will have luck for the skinning of me buck till the time they droop and die. But on the 12th day of July it does nearly drive him dumb, for to hear the sound of the Papish goat in the head of their orange drum. For to hear the sound of the Papish goat in the head of their orange drum.
Now, that was just to ease us in there. Nice and gentle, nice and gentle. Lorraine Boyd has got the right idea. She's sitting there with a big gin. Victoria says, can you say hello to my mum, Esther, originally from Dermot Street in East Belfast? I can indeed. I believe I've just done so. Esther, I hope your singing voice is in good form tonight. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep me and Roy on the screen tonight so you can see that we are enjoying each other, or the songs as well. Roy, that was
Pardon,
not.
Valerie? Pardon?
Alan Weir says he would like to hear more music in the programme. Too much time spent chatting. Alan, at the beginning of the show, I always try to get through as many text messages as I can, because once they scroll through, then they're disappeared. And I think it's really rude that people would comment on there and say hello and me not, at least acknowledge it in some way. So at the beginning, there's always a lot more chat than there is
And
through the rest of
also,
the programme.
Alan, it's the audience participation that makes the show different to anything else. So if Valerie was
Normally,
just,
it's just really abuse. It's maybe not participation, it's abuse.
but it's still participation, but it's a two-way thing, and it's to show that it is live and it's not just something that's pre-recorded a few days earlier and then just
Oh, it's
bunged up.
definitely live. It's definitely live. Fine rightly, it's live. China says there's no point asking when we are on because you aren't. There's no bands on tonight whatsoever. None at all. Hi Val, just to let you know, Stacey Emma's dad's watching. Are we Stacey from Light of Foot? Good to have you on. Apparently my volume is still very low and yours is still very loud. Now that's coming from my mummy, so I'm not going to disagree with her. Big Young and Ingestion is watching from the Craigie Road in glorious East Belfast. Brian Goodix says about the sound very low. Mine's a cuppa, says Curtly. It's fine. Don't know what's going on. Some people are saying it's fine. Some people are saying it's slow. Don't know what's going on. I'll change my mic. I'll actually change my mic during the next song. So, again, keeping us building and nice and easy. This is a nice, easy one to get you into the way of it. Okay. This is China. I am not playing that song whatsoever. We tune for you up the shankle, the dirty shankle, the husbands bit their wives, they bit their wives, they bit their wives. Absolutely not. Not. Now, nice, easy one here to get us blinded. Popular one with all of the Orange Men, well known. I want you all to learn the words. It's the orange and blue. So the words are on screen, sing along. And I'll go and see if I can change my mic.
What brethren are met in their order so grand, what a beautiful sight for to view. I was ordered to stand by a brother's command to receive the bright orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue. I was ordered to stand by a brother's command to receive the bright orange and blue. In darkness I entered, the Lord he knows where, first bound up in chains it is true. And my shoes from my feet I did then cast away to receive the bright orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue. And my shoes from my feet I did then cast away to receive the bright orange and blue. A rumbling noise just like thunder I heard presented itself to my view. You would stand with amazement to see and proclaim to receive the bright orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue. You would stand with amazement to see them proclaim to receive the bright orange and blue. A glittering light unto me was revealed. I became a fresh soul quite anew. I'll stand by my cause, by religion and laws, and I'll die for the orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue, to receive the bright orange and blue. And I'll stand by my cause, my religion and laws, and I'll die for the orange and blue. Let us join heart and hand, and like King William stand in defence of a cause just and true. Let the Boyne be our guide where our forefathers died in defence of the orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue, to receive the bright orange and blue. Let the Boyne be our guide where our forefathers died in defence of the orange and blue. To receive the bright orange and blue, to receive the bright orange and blue. Let the Boyne be our guide where our forefathers died in defence of the orange and blue.
What a cracking song. Well, I hope you were all singing there. I was singing loud and proud, and I hope you were too. We've turned Roy's mic down to see if that makes any difference to us. How are we going now? Speak now, Roy. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Well, I've turned my mic down and moved the camera further back, and I will not talk loud.
Sit in next door. Go and sit in the next door neighbours. Now,
I'll
Stephen
get the town
McKelvey,
centre.
Paul Bickerstaff, hopes you're singing away. Have I got the song The Waringsford Star? No, I haven't. Tom Chiggy Robertson, hi Valerie, how are you? Not bad. This has lifted me tonight. Good, Colin. I'm glad to hear that's exactly what this is for. I'm starting to heat now. I'm telling you that much. And we've only started.
The sweat is actually lashed of me at the minute in here.
Jane Cree says, hopefully we'll hear Build My Gallows. It is on. Turn it up loud and proud, says Margaret McMaster. Jeffrey Egger says, suppose I may grab a Foster's. You sing better with beer. You do indeed. I am on Diluting Orange this evening. So.
I'm on Tia Moo.
Oh yes, Tia Maria, and what is it?
Milk.
Oh.
Tia Maria is actually the best thing. See if you've got an upset stomach, this will settle your stomach instantly. It is gorgeous.
That before. I don't know. I'll
gorgeous.
remain unconvinced until I get it. Lorna O'Driscoll says, hello, Fay Loyal Forces. Trevor Monaghan said it's finding the right sound level between hearing Valerie and being deafened by Roy. I'm sorry, I don't know what can go on. I mean, I can scoot and change my mic, but we'll see how it's going. Is it sounding any better now? Volume's still low, says Harry. Father's advice, Raymond. I was going to put father's advice in, but it's a wee bit slow for what I'm looking for. John China says his cat has just died. Are you getting about my singing, China? Is that what you're on? TV on full bit, Valerie still quiet, still low. No pipe bands tonight, no bands, full stop, Simon. None at all.
No. Did you see the wee message there from Michael Thomas? Watching here in Toronto, Canada, could you give a wee plug for our virtual carol service for the provincial Grand Black Chapter of Ontario? West, going on tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time on our provincial chapter Facebook. All welcome to tune in.
Well,
Michael, put a wee link into the chat there so that people then have it for tomorrow to your to the Facebook page.
Absolutely. Sylvia Slane says, yes, TV volume up at 84 and still low. Right, okay. Well, I will go and change my mic during this next song. Heather, Phil and Ali are watching in Randallstown. Raymond Whitehead wants Ulstergard. It's on the list. Linda Burns is watching in Drumore. Robert Goldsmith asked for a wee bit of Wally Rock, please. He's on the list too. William JC says, volume fine here. Muriel says, Roy got louder, you get quieter. Evelyn says, I'm coming through loud and proud. I don't know whether I'm coming through or I'm not coming through. Maybe during this next song while it's playing, Roy, I'll disconnect and we can then connect again and see if that makes any difference. Yeah, okay. So our next song is, again, I put this one in because it's a wee funny one. It's the South Down Militia. Once again, the words are on the screen, so make sure you sing along.
I belong to a noble regiment whose deeds were often told. For on the field of battle they were always brave and bold. They've loyal hearts as well, and true as any steel, and the place they show their bravery is on the battlefield. Why you talk about your King's Guard, Scots, Greys and all, you may sing about your Kilties and your gallant 44, and of any other regiment under the King's command. The Southdown Militia is the terror of the land. Oh boys, but it was grand when in action first to join, along with noble William at the Battle of the Boyne. Says King James, I'll take the first train home, it's more than I can stand, for them Southdown Militia are the terror of the land. While you talk about your King's Guard, Scots, Greys and all, you may sing about your Kilties and your gallant 44, and of every other regiment under the King's command. The Southdown Militia is the terror of the land. Now there's French and Turks and Prussians and brave Italians too. There's Greeks and ancient Romans, not forgetting the Zulu. But from Greenland's icy mountains to Indians' coral strand, the Southdown Militia is the terror of the land. While you talk about your King's Guard, Scots, Greys and all, you may sing about your Kilties and your gallant 44, and of any other regiment under the King's command. The Southdown Militia is the terror of the land. Now at the Jubilee, the Irish Rifles they march by. Her Majesty observed them with the King and martial eye. Och, Major Wallace, says the Queen, them boys of yours look grand. Och, how your tongue says woozy, them's the terror of the land. Why you talk about your King's Guard, Scots, Greys and all, you may sing about your Kilties and your gallant 44, and of any other regiment under the King's command. The Southdown Militia is the terror of the land.
Apparently, I was too busy singing there. Apparently, we're better now, Roy. And apparently, the music's coming through louder as well. Technology. Well, if nothing else, it proves it's live.
Yeah.
And it's good that we got it sorted out before the real crackers come on. Now, how is all the singing going out there? Is everybody singing along? Maybe because it was too loud, you were a wee bit embarrassed to sing. Is that what it is? Volume literally doubled there, whatever happened. We don't know what's happened at all. And you do not want my mic on, Scott Clark, to hear me sing along. Definitely not. Now, next up, we have got an absolute cracking one. This is the Battle of Garva, and it actually tells the true story of a raid in Garva. Derek Williams, if you're still watching, I hope you were singing away to that Southdown Militia one. That's your part of the world. Now, the mic's great now. Jane asked for King Billy is on the walk the wall. Well, King Billy is on the wall is definitely on it later on. Loads better, everybody's saying, so that's good. That's the good. When's the Sash Bash starting, says Roy. My goodness, Roy, this is all Orange songs. This is all our history that's been lost. Don't worry, it gets faster. It gets faster. This next one is actually a true story. It is, of course, the Battle of Garva. And listen to the words. Sing them at the same time.
Day before the July fair, the ribbon men they did prepare for 3 miles round to wreck and tear and burn the town of Garva. The Tory whistle loud and shrill, we heard it o'er the Highmorn hill. Full on brave boys will slay and kill the Protestants in Garva. day came on, they did repair, and multitudes to Garva fair. Some travelled 30 miles and more to burn the town of Garva. They all appeared in greatest haste, white handkerchiefs had round their waists, but their jackets sweet and soundly based at July fair in Garva. Coleraine straight away we went for aid, but none to us they sent, this bloody crew all to prevent from their design on Garva. The Protestants and Orange men like brothers did assemble, and to keep the town was their desire, or die like men in Garva. Blank shots of no avail, and orange bullets flew like hail, while ribbon men soon turned their tail with deadly wounds from Garva. We gave the word to clear the street, while numbers flew like hunted sheep, while Protestants did Papists meet at Davidson's in Garva. That's it. Here we go. But mark what followed this affray. They thought to swear our lives away. To jail we went without delay. We had no guards from Garva. The horrid oaths against us swore, such swearing you ne'er heard before. McCluskey swore 3 hours or more against the boys of Garva. The judge then he would us condemn, had it not been for our jurymen. Our grateful thanks is due to them, for they cleared the boys of Garva. All thanks and praise we'll tender still to Mr. Price and brave George Hill. The Beresfords befriend us still, for they cleared the boys of Garva.
China, you are for a clash round the ear. Imagine saying, please play Platoon. This is brutal. Dear, 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 dear. And, hang on a wee minute. Roy McPeak, Lorraine Boyd Gordon, Raymond Whitehead, Stephen Feely agreeing. Where is my black book? Do I get these names written down? That's ridiculous.
Tell
This
you
is
what,
our traditional stuff.
Don't write it in the black book. I'll print it off and send it to you. See if you
This is our music. I have got it all on here. There's Platoon, there is Lisa, there is the whole works through. But we have to. There's a logic to the way I've this lined up tonight. You know, I don't just throw a list of tunes together and think that that's it. There's a logic to the build up of this show. It is a professionally run show, as you can tell. Right, where are we at now? Oh, yes. I'm scrolling back here now. Catherine Irwin, I can hear you singing. Well done. Keep singing. Sing louder and get Lorraine to sing as well. Annie and Ronnie are running around the kitchen, dancing around the kitchen, which is definitely better than running, I have to say. Now, what about the Pope's got half a ball in his head, says Brian Phillips. I don't know that one, but I did have a wee listen to Carson's Orange Cat to see, and I was going to put it on, but the music going with it is terrible. It's absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Ulster Girl is on. Margaret McMaster is on the list. Raymond Whitehead says Big Hello for Sons of Glasgow LOL 50. Alan Weir, can you play Dolly's Bray? It is on the list, Alan. Using props and all to sing into. What's the props that I was using to sing into? I wasn't singing into anything. Oh, right, okay.
You were singing into your water bottle.
Was I?
Yes.
All right, okay. Well, have to remember our Apprentice Boys of Derry. The next one, of course, their most notable symbol to identify the Apprentice Boys is, of course, the Crimson Banner. So here's a wee blast of it.
Behold the crimson banner flows through yonder torrent.
Someone caught me by surprise. I didn't realise it was finished. Oh. Now, next up, we have the tune that is at the end of every one of our shows. My dogs recognise it because, as far as they're concerned, that means it's time for Mummy to let them out and get them treats and all that kind of stuff. It is Landing at Torbay, and there's so many of you asked for the words of it, so we have them on the screen. You can sing along. I know the words of this one off by heart. It is the Landing at Torbay.
But it was so funny the first night we played it, because both Carson and Craig, because you were using speakers at that time, both Carson and Craig came up to you. You thought it was the end of the
Show's
show.
over. Time for Mummy to go.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their ardent zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay. Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a feu de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you get charge into your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full, there's nothing can surpass. There's not expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.
I love that wee one. I sing along with that every week, I have to say. Benny Johnson says that's such a great wee song. Carson Ferris says play some ABBA. Is that ABBA long to Glasgow? Wrong night, Carson. That's going to, well, maybe have that New Year's Eve. Maybe have that. Carriga Class says Davy Logan. George Sylvie says Orange Wings, please. I did actually look at it. And then I kind of went past it as well. Sorry. Heather Walker Monroe wants to know, could I play Maiden City, please? I don't know what that one is. Stephen Feely, Londonderry, and the Foil is on. Shirley Buchanan is enjoying from Toronto in Canada. Shirley, we are glad to have you, delighted to have you here with us this evening. Carson had a cat that sat upon a fender. Every time a spark jumped out, it shouted no surrender. That's the very one, China. Very one. Brian Phillips says this will cure my insomnia. Oh, God, Brian, aren't you positive? Huh? We're early doors. We're just easing into it. Absolutely easing into it. And these are all the songs of our tradition and our background. If you want to hear... Morse Work says, just in the third pint and the other half hears me singing, shouts, are you drunk? Very good. John Trotter, that was, of course, John Trotter and me. Now, next one is it's a very old one. It's not very well known, I have to say, but I think it's a lovely wee song, and it's the Ockley Heroes.
You Protestant heroes of Ireland, give ear to these lines I sing now, concerning those Ockley heroes that marched through the sweet Porty Down. It being the 12th day
They're the boys that crossed the Boyne. They are indeed. Vicky Finlay, I was smiling away to myself reading this one. Vicky says, my father lived in South Africa, a low from Newtonards. I met his daughter and she told me about this song and he taught her, right? And it goes like this. She said, I will knock 10,000 Fenian scum. And then Vicky joined in with and sang, right over Jolly's Bray. Dolly's Bray. Dolly's Bray.
Jolly's Bray?
It's definitely Duluth, isn't it? Yes, no, it's definitely Duluth. No, and they're not that old when you're my age, said Edward Fellows.
I've just got one
UDR3.
question.
I think I have UDR4, Trevor. I could tick one of those off if you want it.
I have one question about that Vicky
Yes.
wrote. My father lived in South Africa. She met his daughter. If it's her father met his daughter, would she not be the daughter? I'm confused.
Aye, true enough. Vicky, are you not your father's daughter? That never dawned on me. Vicky, explain yourself. Are you drunk, Vicky? Explain that one for us. They are. The thing about it is that this is all our culture, right? These are our songs. More so than the things that like King Billy's on the Wall or Penny Arcade and stuff like that there. Well, although I enjoy those, but they're not. Penny Arcade's not our song. It's not about our history. It's not about our culture. These are fab songs, I think. And, like they're getting lost because look how many people don't know them. But the ones that do know them are enjoying that. Could have married twice as Mary Irvine. Well, that's true.
And
That's
that
true.
would be half sister.
You're confusing me. You're confusing me. I don't know. Alex Allen, please play any tune because he's the best loyalist singer ever. He is very good. Number 1 Platoon is on the list. Bonnie with Green, I love it, but I thought it was a wee bit slow again. Vicky says he married again. Thank you, Vicky, for explaining that. Thank you. So this was your half sister then that you were talking to. But it's good that he was teaching her those songs as well. Alan Weir has that record. Brissy Kyle, Soldier at the Station. Love that song. But again, I'm trying to keep it a wee bit lighter beat. I've only got 2 slow songs in it tonight. And the next one is definitely not one of those. This is a real favourite of mine. I think it must mention a vast majority of towns here in Ulster. A good friend of mine always sings it whenever he's had a few wee beverages. It is the Union Cruiser.
Far across the stormy ocean in our happy northern home, where our countrymen are arming to resist the wiles of Rome, I can see the Union Cruiser in the harbour of Belfast, and the orange flag of liberty is floating on her mast. Every city, town and village in our happy northern coast is preparing to defend itself against the Redmond hosts. From the shores of Carrickfergus to the margins of Lough Neagh, there's 100,000 orange men preparing for the fray. Marfelt and Castle Dawson, Mahara and Tobermore are as eager for the conflict as they were in days of yore. Colnady and the Tamlock boys, still loyal to the throne, are responding to the battle cry that comes from Portland known. The fighting men of Garva and the Sprigs of Old Kilray, with their armour brightly burnished and their flags and banners gay, send a ringing call to arms rolling o'er our native hills that was heard at Ballymoney, Ahadoe and Bushmills. Every loyal heart is throbbing in the town of Stout Coleraine, where the men of proven value are assembled on the plains. Good courageous self-reliance from the lips of every man brings a cheer of bold defiance rolling o'er the river Bann. From the crest of Katy Mountains I can see the bayonets gleam, hear the roll of martial music and the valley winding stream, where the loyal Mavati men that never feared a foe are resting in their arms in the valley of the Roe. In the streets of Londonderry there's a grand inspiring scene where apprentice boys are arming to defend our maiden queen, and our walls are stoutly guarded by defenders of the soil, and the cry of no surrender echoes o'er the river Foyle. Ye loyal sons of Ulster who have of your valour shown on the crimson field of battle as defenders of the throne, put your trust in God above, be courageous, calm and cool, and the North can bid defiance to John Redmond and Home Rule, and the North can bid defiance to John Redmond and Home Rule.
I have to admit, I love that wee one too. Then why don't all the words? Because I'm 15 seconds ahead of you guys, so I'm hearing it, and then 15 seconds later the words come up on the screen. So a lot of these words I'm having to guess. Now, you wanted something a wee bit more lively. Tom Burkett says, just I want to read this one out. Tom Burkett says he's listening from the world and singing along like a mad thing. Good for you, Tom. I'm glad to hear it. There's a strong and very long-standing Orange tradition, Merseyside, and my best wishes and seasonal greetings go to everybody listening tonight. Keep up the good work and maybe play to receive the bright orange and blue. Tom, you missed it. We had it. It was like the second song on. Alex Allen, Governor Walker. I actually did look at that one as well, but I thought there won't be as many people know that. David Sheridan says, what's the chances of the sash? Bonnie Kelswater, another brilliant one. Jackie, really, really good one. Star of Waringsford is one Aaron Chambers is asking if I've heard of. I would need to hear Aaron. The name means nothing. I would need to hear it, but I will take a look for it. Fair Londonderry is a great song, says Gav Hazlitt. It is indeed. Paul Bickerstaff, I think I've said that there. Bonnywood Green. Billy Baba wants some number one platoon. It's on the list. They're all on the list. Now, China, you were chanting about something a wee bit more lively to keep you waking. Let's see if this does any good for you.
When I was 18 years of age, and in the Carson's army I engaged to fight for Ulster against Home Rule. A muzzle rifle was my tool, and a Covenant Day my first parade. Won over 500,000 promised aid. We go to fight the enemy now, so we landed 50,000 guns at Larne. Go to fight the enemy now, we landed 50,000 guns at Larne. That April night I'll never forget, dispersing guns to face a threat. Throughout the length of our beloved land, the die was cast, we made our stand. But another foe was before us now. Home Rule was dead beneath the plough. When across the France our division sailed, Britain called, we would not fail. Across the France our division sailed, Britain called, we would not fail. We were gun runners, gun runners. Now the story's told and it's understood of a charge that morning people would. When Ulster's flower their lives did give, so that we at home could in freedom live. Well, alas, I fell on the Some's great shore, but not alone, there were thousands more. From every street, town and dale, a father, son, or a brother fell. Every street, town and dale, a father, son, or a brother fell. They were gun runners, gun runners. Yes, gun runners.
I hope you all appreciate the efforts that Roy and I are going to this evening for your entertainment. Roy, mine is bigger than yours.
Well, okay, well.
Oh dear, there is no gin whatsoever. It is apple and blackcurrant diluting orange. Honest to good. Honest to goodness. Paul Biggerstaff says, hope you can play that guitar better than the accordion. I hope you all like my little rendition on the big drum there. I always knew my boobs would come in handy for something because they could just jam the drum in between the boobs and the chin. Oh dear, dear. The things you do, the things you do. My goodness. Now, several people have been asking for this next one, so I don't know about you, Roy. Heated up with that exertion.
The thing about it is, I can put a wee bit of effort into it and I'm not exhausted, and you're just...
I'm telling you, let's slow her down a little bit of peaceful chill out music. This is Londonderry on the foil. I love this one.
Tonight I dream about my maiden city. I'll go back to the days I spent there as a boy. I dream about the friends I left behind me in my city, Londonderry on the foil. Well, my mother, she writes to me here twice weekly, and she tells me all the things are going on, and she tells me of the bombings and the shootings in my city, Londonderry on the foil. But tonight I lie upon my bed, I'm dreaming. I am dreaming of the friends I left behind, and I dream about my sweetheart and the fountain in my city, Londonderry on the foil. But once more I'm coming home aboard the steamship. On Loch Foyle once more I'm passing by Culmore, and I see those old grey walls still firmly standing there round my city, Londonderry on the foil. I can see the old cathedral, it's still standing. I'm not far away, the old memorial hall, and I see the crimson banner city, Londonderry on the foil. Over my city, Londonderry on the foil.
Brilliant song. Absolutely brilliant song. I hope you were all singing along to that there. Tell me if you were singing. Don't tell me and Roy are here on our own singing and sweating. I had to take the top off, or the tracksuit top off there. Far too warm. Noel Stewart says my guitar playing and head shaking is great. And what about my drum? What about my drum, Noel? Don't forget that there. David Gibson, can you play Londonderry in the foil? You know the Scottish ABOD should have paraded today with dignity and had the pleasure of laying a wreath to commemorate. Well done, David. Ruin Gordon Ward says, you're a laugh, Valerie. Wouldn't like to see you on the gin. It's not good, not good. Hi, MacArthur says the best song yet. Jean Kerr loved that one, as did Mark Anderson. Gavin Hazlitt says Londonderry's national anthem. Probably is. It's a super song. John China says this is brutal. Time we had a meeting. What kind of meeting, China? Is it like a? I don't know. I don't know. Jim Verner says thank you, Val. It was one of my mate's songs. Yes, Jim, as well. You had asked earlier on, had I ever got that song, Three Cheers for King Billy? I have it on an LP. I managed to get it on LP. I bought it specially, but I haven't managed to get it off yet. Johnny Capper says, first time I heard that song, love it. It's a brilliant song, as is the next one. The next one is also a cracker. It takes us back, Vicky, to you and the song you sang to your half sister. It's Dolly Spray.
'Twas on the 12th day of July in the year of 49, 1,000 of our Irishmen together did combine, in memory of King William on that bright and glorious day, to march around Lord Rawdon's Park and right over Dowley's Way, to march around Lord Rawdon's Park and right over Dowley's Way. And when we came to Weir's Bridge, wasn't that a glorious sight, to see so many Irishmen all willing for to fight, to march around the old remains, the music so sweet did it play, and the tune we played was the Protestant Boys right over Dowley's Way, and the tune we played was the Protestant Boys right over Dowley's Way. And as we walked along the road, not fearing any harm, our guns all over our shoulder and our broadswords over our arms, until two priests came up to us and to Mr. Spears did say, come turn your men the other road and don't cross Dowley's Way, come turn your men the other road and don't cross Dowley's Way. And when we came to Dolly's Way, they were lined on every side, praying for the Virgin Mary to be their holy guide. We loosened our guns upon them and we give them no time to pray, and the tune we played was the Protestant Boys right over Dowley's Way, and the tune we played was the Protestant Boys right over Dowley's Way. Was a damsel amongst us all, and one we shall adore, for she wove the orange around her head and cried Dowley's Way no more. And if they ever come back again, they'll be 10 times as sore, and we'll christen this King William's Bridge and cry Dowley's Way no more, and we'll christen this King William's Bridge and cry Dowley's Way no more.
My wee mammy always looking out for me, isn't she? That may be me on the accordion, or it may not. Depends. If you thought it was good, it was me. If you thought it was bad, it wasn't me. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. David Logan loving that wee one. Robert Morrison says, Val, these are true loyalist songs. I'll even let you off with a vowel for that one, Robert.
What year?
They are, but they're all songs of our history.
What year was that recorded?
I have no idea. That's an old song.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you must have been in your 30s when you recorded that?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. McPeak. No, I love all this stuff, and the problem is that because nobody knows it, and they know, like as I said, Penny Arcade, King Billy's in the Walls, Fields of Ulster, all that kind of stuff. All these are getting forgotten about, and they are cracking. You have to admit now, they are cracking songs. Although China is looking for a drink, I have to say. Billy Baba says, Crossmaglen, please, for Donna and Johnson. Well, that was very, very good timing for that request, Billy, because I don't know how you managed it, but next song up on my list is Orange Men of Crossmaglen. I believe from memory, this is Lisa singing this one.
This is twice now that people have actually just mentioned something and it's been the next song on the go.
Are they all looking at my list? Have you got it on the screen? Can they see my list?
And I think for the music wise, I think all the bands should get a singer and then play the music, and to update them. If they want them updated, they should all play them and get a singer to sing all the tunes.
I'll be honest, there's some of those some of the songs are cracking songs, but the music is just like somebody with a keyboard and the automatic backing in the back of it, and you start going, you could definitely do better versions of them.
So the bands should
definitely
all get together and do their music with somebody singing along to it, and then get them updated, and then it'll be more modern but the same music.
This is our culture. Keep it alive. This is Orange Men of Crossmaglen.
I'll sing a song of history long, a struggle for the Ulster we all love, a border town, a village strong, whose people made allegiance to the crown. In Crossmaglen, there's orange men whose patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be the orange men in Crossmaglen. The IRA's bazookas roar, their armor lights go crackle in the night, but pretty soon they'll know the score. The PAF are joining in the fight. In Crossmaglen, there's orange men whose patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle cry, it will be the orange men in Crossmaglen. The IRA in Crossmaglen, who've killed and maimed the Protestants at home and tried to spread their genocide, will have to find their sanctuary in Rome. In Crossmaglen, there's orange men whose patriotic flame will never die. And when you hear the battle
I have discovered that I am slowly turning into my father because I'm drumming on the desk and everything. Oh, all together now, says Raymond. I hope you are all singing. There was only a few said the last time that they were singing. Diane Steele says, build my gallows. It's on the list, Diane. Don't panic. Teal Sinclair, you've missed the slower ones this evening. You're getting into the faster going ones now. David Wallace says he loves that song. Alice McKellar said that's his favourite. China says, did you know Lisa fancies me? I'm not surprised, China. Really. Not surprised at all.
Which Lisa?
Oh, true. I wonder about why Lisa's always saying that East Belfast are going to be on her list. Lisa, have you something to tell us? Yeah. Dear. Gary, Joe Ferris is toe tapping away there. Gary, we don't want toes. We want full voiced singing, okay? Full voice singing. Brian Goody says, brilliant. Mary Irvine says, brilliant song. David Wallace is outside singing it up to them. Now, David, we need more information. Who is them? Who are you singing to out there? Oh, Carl Port says, fantastic. Think of all the people of the border counties who bore the brunt of the trouble. So true. Joy Collins says, Daddy's uniform, please. It's my favourite. Honey, I didn't put Daddy's uniform on because I thought it was maybe a wee bit slower. Is it double strength black currant? I swear to goodness, it is only apple and black currant diluting. That is all it is. Stephen McKinney says no surrender. Billy Baba says brilliant. Joy says she is singing flat out here in Kilkeel. That is what I like to hear. I want to hear you all singing flat out. Denise says she's not sure she'd call noise singing. I don't care. I don't care if you're a good singer or a bad singer. Trust me, if you hear me.
Well, I feel sorry for Valerie because unfortunately I can't mute. Well, I can mute my mic, but Valerie can hear me singing. We have to keep the communication lines open somehow, but so I feel sorry for her.
It's not good. It's not good. Janet Cochran wants to play Hands Across the Water. It's not one that I have on my list, actually, Janet. Believe it or not. There's quite a few that Donna Law loves my dancing. You mean my flapping of arms? Donna is what you mean. Shirley Buchanan and Son are singing along. Brilliant. Roy Patterson says, I've got you on the big TV, but I can't see the text. Do what my mum does. My mum puts it on the big TV, and then she also has the tablet beside her so that she can read the texts as well. Ulster Lily says Heather Smallwoods. British Shoulder says Jackie Mullen. Those are really, really good ones. But neither of them are on my list, I'm afraid. Now, it is time for birthdays this evening because we have a couple of big birthdays. As we all know, I am sure you have all seen the comments already. It is Joshua's 21st birthday today. Joshua is 21. Key of the door, or perhaps more band uniforms. I don't know whether that was your birthday present or not, Joshua. But Joshua is not the only one with a big birthday. Not expecting this at all is little Miss Penny Johnson there, who is celebrating her big birthday this year. I'll not say which big birthday, Penny. I'll be nice. Congratulations, that's to you today.
Come on, tell us. I want to know.
No, I can't do that. You never divulge a lady's age. Absolutely not. And Amanda Adamson, it's her birthday on Tuesday. So congratulations to you all. If there is anyone else out there who is having their birthday, and I haven't got it on my list, was playing along to Orange Men from Clough again on my accordion. Well done, Brian. That's even better than singing. Well done indeed. Now, this is to all of you guys for a very, very happy birthday. We hope that you have celebrated it in whatever way that you can. Tad Adamson has done one. I've just read you out, Amanda. He did send in to me. I've announced your birthday on Tuesday. So happy birthday to all of you, and to anyone else who is too embarrassed to say, or who hasn't had someone ring in behind their back and get them to do it. But happy birthday to you all. Have a wonderful time. And this is from all of us here at the forum, from Doug Tannian there in the Man United shirt, and from the Three Muskehounds.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the Forum. Happy birthday to you.
I think that is brilliant. That is brilliant. We're keeping that as a birthday tune from now on. It was brilliant. We unfortunately didn't have time for it last night, and China complained. But at least it keeps them happy. It means then that they see themselves on and they're maybe not girding just as much about bands. Now, let's get back to the music. Another one of my absolute favourites, this one. I want to hear you all singing along. This is UDR4.
I'm a young Ulster soldier from north of the border. I'm one of the UDR4. They've charged me with murder, just me and no other. Now I am a lifer called Neil Latimer. Oh, they've locked me away where the sweet light of day half reaches my prison cell door. But no matter how long I fight on and on as one of the UDR4. Free, free, I just wanna be free as the wind and the rain and the sea. Free, free, I just wanna be out where the rivers run free. So strike up the drum, let me shoulder my gun. Let the flutes play the sash that my dear father wore. And open the gates, let me rejoin my mates as one of the UDR4. Together again, we'll fight as young men, as our forefathers did in the great days of yore. And the IRA scum, oh, the border will run, and the charge of the UDR4. Free, free, I just want to be free as the wind and the rain and the sea. Free, free, I just want to be out where the rivers run free. So strike up the drum, let me shoulder my gun. Let the flutes play the sash that my dear father wore. And open the gates, let me rejoin my mates as one of the UDR4. Together again, we'll fight as young men, as our forefathers did in the great days of yore. And the IRA scum, oh, the border will run, and the charge of the UDR4. Free, free, I just want to be free as the wind and the rain and the sea. Free, free, I just want to be out where the rivers run free. Oh, free, free, I just want to be free as the wind and the rain and the sea. Free, free, I just want to be out where the rivers run free. Oh, out where the rivers run free. Out where the rivers run free.
I love that wee one. Love that wee one. Wilson McLean's asking for number one platoon. It is on the list. Wilson, it is on the list. We're getting to the more lively ones now. Well, I say we're getting to it. We have the next one to put on. And I want to dedicate this wee one to Ulster girl Denise Gordon. I do believe that she has some of her Instagram and things like that there. That's her name on them. So this is for you, Denise, and also to the Queen, Amy. This is Ulster Girl.
I honor
I was a full voice. What happened?
Still, she makes her enemy know her spirit has not fled. God bless the men who for her sake their love and freedom gave. God bless the mothers of these sons who nursed no cowardly slaves. Well, the Ulster girl is me, and I'll tell you honestly that I'll die to keep this land of ours still free.
What is going on? Am I going to have to sing it myself? Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I was so enjoying that there. Nothing we can do about it. It's unfortunately YouTube throwing a wobbler. Put 50p in the meter there, Roy. Look, I even took the Union Jack off Santa so that I could wave it patriotically. I hope later that you were all singing full voice.
I absolutely love that. I love that song. I love Rhonda's version of it, which that is.
It was a really, really good version, and unfortunately, it's not playing.
I don't even have it saved on the computer.
Well, we're just going to have to go from Rhonda to the next. This is a classically trained singer. He was taught singing at all the best opera schools in the world. And then he came back home here again to Ulster. Unfortunately, is no longer with us, but I know he would appreciate that introduction. It is the one and only Wally Rock singing Fields of Ulster. absolute star. And a gentleman.
Who's the wee accordion player down the bottom left-hand side of the screen there?
I don't know who she was, but she was sweating a lot that night. She was sweating, let me tell you. That was in the Odyssey. Oh, goodness gracious me. Absolutely brilliant from Willie Rock there. Unfortunately, as I say, no longer with us. Such a loss. And he used to sing all of these old Orange songs. He did a fantastic version of Black Man's Dream and everything. Just superb. Did a great version of Bridget Teresa O'Reilly O'Toole, which I can't find on YouTube, but I've now got an LP for. So we'll get that on sometime again. Now, let's move on. Where are we going next? I think we'll travel a little bit this time. I think we'll move to the green grassy slopes of the Boyne.
Some folks sings of mountains and valleys where the wildflowers abundantly grow, and some of the wave-crested billows that dash beneath the waters below. But I'm going to sing of a river, and I hope in the chorus you'll join, of the deeds that were done by King William on the green grassy slopes of the Boyne.
On the green grassy slopes of the Boyne, where the arms men with William did join, and they fought for our glorious deliverance. On the green grassy slopes of the Boyne.
On the banks of that beautiful river, there the bones of our forefathers lie, awaiting the sound of the trumpet to call them to glory on high. In our hearts we will cherish their memories, and we all like true brethren will join, and praise God for sending us King William.
Where?
To the green grassy slopes of the Boyne.
On the green grassy slopes of the Boyne, where the orange men with William did join, and they fought for our glorious deliverance. On the green grassy slopes of the Boyne.
Orange men will be loyal and steady, for no matter what air may betide, we will still mind our war cry, no surrender, so long as we've God on our side. And if ever our services is needed, then we all like true brethren will join, and fight like great Ferry and King William.
Where? On the green grassy slopes of the Boyne. It's messing me
YouTube
up.
is being an absolute pig tonight.
Is it just as well I had mute off so I could finish that? I am disgusted with YouTube. Wonder if you come out of the program for YouTube and then went back into it again, do you think it would help? Because we can't, listen, I will not be able to cope if the tunes keep stopping. I am into them 100%.
I honestly, I can't come out of any program, because if I come out of the program, it cuts the stream.
Even YouTube.
I've closed my browser down.
Pay the internet bill, Roy, for goodness sake.
I need the guinea pigs to run faster. I need the kids. That's because of what it is. It's after 9 o'clock. The kids now have tired out. They've gone to bed and they're no longer running the treadmill.
I know. Get them back up again. This is important. This is our culture and history. Buck's still on playing away here, loving it, need the practice anyway. Brilliant. Muriel says of an echo, that's probably because Roy's mic's on at the minute. Chrissy Cunningham wants to know, am I in that gin tonight? I am not. It is, look. It is diluting, well, it's not orange, it's apple and black curd.
Valerie, you can keep showing us a bottle all you want. You can just keep, I can hold up a can and tell you, look, that's Club Orange. But in there, I could have pure strength vodka, and I'm starting to believe more and more as the night goes on, that's pure gin, it's in that bottle and not diluting.
Definitely not. Not tonight. Not tonight. Unfortunately, I'm quieter with drink, actually, I have to say, than I am the rest of the time, which maybe isn't a good thing neither. Right, where are we going to go now? Ulster Soldier. This is Lisa once again. Sabotage, Jonathan Courtney says, I think you are totally right. Pernod and blackcurrant. No, Billy, it's not Pernod. It is just apple and blackcurrant. Let us go for a little bit of Lisa. This is her at the Ulster Hall. And if you watch, I think I'm actually sitting in the background. This is Ulster Soldier. Please stay. Lisa is absolutely a fantastic singer. She really is. Gavin Haslett says it's the loyalist last night of the proms. Well, what it is it's kind of like our last boost of Orangism before Christmas. If that makes sense. That makes sense. Hello from East Belfast, where the mighty Ravel comes from, says Robert Cleland. Morris says that lady can sing brilliant. I've got a couple of other songs on later on in the show tonight, and she's a fantastic singer. I absolutely adore her. She's definitely the best. And Rhonda's really, really good as well. Rhonda is excellent as well, but I just love hearing them sing. Bracey Kyle says Santa is a prod. Santa is a prod, Bracey. Look, he's got his Union Jack baseball hat on. Now, where are we going to next? What? What'd you say?
Up north.
We're going up north. Yeah, we're going a
north.
bit. So I can't do a Derry twang. There is definitely a Derry twang, and I can't do it. So let us go and defend old Derry's walls.
The time has scarce gone round, boys, 200 years ago, when the traitors on old Derry's walls their faces dare not show.
when James and all his rebel band came up to Bishopsgate. With heart and hand and sword and shield we caused him to retreat.
Then fight and don't surrender, but come when duty calls. With heart and hand and sword and shield, we'll guard old Derry's walls.
Though blood did flow in crimson streams on many a winter night, they knew the Lord was on their side to help them in their fight.
They nobly stood upon the walls, determined for to die, or fight and gain the victory and raise the crimson high. Then fight and don't surrender, but come when duty calls. With heart and hand and sword and shield, we'll guard old Derry's walls.
At last, with one broadside, kind heaven sent them aid. The boom that blocked the foil was broke, and James was all dismayed. The banner, boys, that floated was run aloft with joy.
God bless the ship that broke the boom and saved the Prentice boy.
All together, Barry.
Don't surrender, but come when duty calls. With heart and hand and sword and shield, we'll guard old Derry's walls.
You know what? Nobody can say that the old ones aren't the best. I just wish people would learn all of the lyrics. The lyrics of that there class, and I just wish people would learn them all. They're on. We have a video on there on the screen for you. Learn them, rather than just singing the chorus.
I
And
was
don't put your hand in. It's with heart and hand and sword and
I
shield.
was quite surprised. There's no yos in there.
There's no yo-hos, no yo-ho, not a yo-ho lyric in the blooming thing. And it's definitely heart and hand and sword and shield. Absolutely. Now, where are we going next? I think it's about time that we looked at Antrim Hills and the fields of Donegal. What do you think?
And a wee bit of looking out up Crumlin Road.
Aye. What do you think? That do? Are you coming with us? Right, by the centre, quick, march. I hear you all. They say that I must die. I thought I would. They say this day you were all singing. All together now. A 1, 2, 3. Lisa, once again, absolutely knocking it out of the park. Brilliant, brilliant. Lots of ones enjoying that. Penny Johnson asking if there is a book of these with sheet music in it. No, Penny is the bottom answer. There isn't. But if you take a wee look on our YouTube channel, Ulster Bands Forum, all of the lyrics for all of these songs that we're playing tonight are on that there, and you can take a look at them there anywhere. And the melodies are fairly simple, so you can get them all, I'm sure, by ear as well. June Creamer says No Surrender. Philip Murray loves that song. Brian Gibbs says We Are the People. Well, let's keep the mood going. I'm almost sure a few of you answered for this next one. Number 1, Platoon.
I'll remember, I'll try. It was nearly July as we walked down the road. I remember the year. There was me, there was Sam, Jimmy Sloan, and McCann would enlist in the volunteers. And the man says to me, boy, I hope you will see and remember this day all the things you've been taught. It could be now and then we will fight once again for the things that our grandfathers fought. And I swore like the rest, to the badge on my breast, to the gun in my hand, I will fight for my land. With my hand held high, I took that vow when I joined number 1 platoon. And deep down inside, my heart fills with pride. I remember the men who have fought through the years. I could name quite a few, but to me and to you they were Ulster volunteers. And the man says to me, boy, I hope you will see and remember this day all the things you've been taught. It could be now and then, but we will strike once again for the things that our grandfathers fought. And I swore like the rest, to the badge on my breast, to the gun in my hands, I will fight for my land. With my hands held high, I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. And the man says to me, "Boy, I hope you will see and remember this day all the things you've been taught. It could be now and then we will fight once again for the things that our grandfathers fought." And I swore like the rest to the badge on my breast, to the gun in my hand, I will fight for my land with my hands held high. I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. With my hands held high, I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. With my hands held high, I took that vow and I joined number 1 platoon. And I joined number 1 platoon.
We're on a roll. We are on a roll. I hope you are all singing and dancing and tapping feet and whatever you may feel like, battering the table and everything as much as I am, because I love all this stuff. It's not Christmas without a good sash bash. Sure, it's not. I think you all know this next one. Let's go to Sandy Row.
There's a famous painting now that everybody knows. It stands upon a gable wall over Sandy Road, in memory of King William and brethren who did join. They fought for our deliverance at the Battle of the Boyne. King Billy's on the wall, King Billy's on the wall. He stands so high, shines so bright, he lights up the falls. There's millions come to see him, they stand and gaze in awe. They remember 1690, King Billy's on the wall. Well, there are slogans painted in red, white and blue. They tell the Pope where he can go and what he can do. There's one to Jared Rice, well, that's a different class. Go stick the lower armor road and stick it up your ass. King Billy's on the wall, King Billy's on the wall. He stands so high, shines so bright, he lights up the falls. There's millions come to see him, they stand and gaze in awe. They remember 1690, King Billy's on the wall. Well, the next time you're in Ulster, won't you come and have a look? Stand beside that mural and have your photo took. Then put it on your mantelpiece or hang it in your hall, so that all the world can see King Billy's on the wall. King Billy's on the wall, King Billy's on the wall. He stands so high, shines so bright, he lights up the falls. There's millions come to see him, they stand and gaze in awe. They remember 1690, King Billy's on the wall. King Billy's on the wall, King Billy's on the wall. He stands so high, shines so bright, he lights up the falls. There's millions come to see him, they stand and gaze in awe. They remember 1690, King Billy's on the wall.
Where is he?
King Billy's on the wall. He stands so high, shines so bright, he lights up the falls. There's millions come to see him, they stand and gaze in awe. They remember 1690, King Billy's on the wall.
Just a few left. Just a few left. There's really only one way to end the show. Well, we're nearly coming to the end. Nearly the end. Two left. So this is one of my favourites. I'm out of breath. I'm dancing that much. I have to say, Drew came in, poked his head out round the door, and went, "What the fuck?" So obviously, I'm maybe singing a wee bit louder than I think I am. Donna Lowe says she's missing her Sash Bashes Val, right? Season's greetings from Scotland and the pride of Govan. Hope you are enjoying it all tonight and hope you've been singing it. I saw Jenny McAllister said she was marching up and down her hall with her flag. Good for you, Jenny. Good worshipful mistress there. Absolutely brilliant. Genuine question. I saw somebody writing there. Whatever became of Gerard Rice. He's actually still floating about, believe it or not, but it's not important. What is important is who's coming down the road. Who are coming down the road? We are. Well, we've come to the end of our show, I am afraid. I hope you have enjoyed this evening Sash Bash. I certainly have. It's a nice mixture of the more modern ones and the historical ones because we just cannot forget about those. I think they're so important for us all to remember because otherwise they're lost and it's just not right. So there's only really one way to end the show this evening. What are we doing next week, Roy?
Friday
Friday
night,
night
Friday night
tea.
is the follow-up to the Lundy Parades. It's me trying to get clips from anything apart from Londonderry.
Yes.
So trying to get them from elsewhere around the country.
Scotland, Mel, for your list.
You what?
Scotland's Apprentice Boys Parade that should have
Scotland, and there's ones in Ballymena, Castledurg,
in
anywhere else I can find them. And then on Saturday night, as long as we can get enough clips, is the
Yes, we haven't got enough at the moment. I think I've got 6 clips. That's it.
any bands that play Christmassy tunes, get the clips sent in, or everybody knows of any clips of Christmassy tunes. There may be repeat tunes at night.
We'll try not to. We'll try, if we can at all, we'll try not to. But we absolutely need your clips in. We need your links, because I have searched for Christmas flip band and there's very few comes up. But yeah, I know that you all do various ones. So get those all sent in to us. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do next Saturday night instead. We might have to end up playing East Belfast, the Miller, and Ballyhalbert. That would be tough. That'd be a rough night. That'd be a bad way to end the year. Definitely would be.
I think it would be a fantastic way to end the year.
Get all your Christmas stuff in. Right, that is all from us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We have loved having you along. I have loved singing every one of those. Thankfully, you didn't hear me. I could hear Roy, and it was painful, but glad you all enjoyed this evening. I know that there's a lot of you absolutely did, and hope you were all singing along too. Our culture is strong, and we had to get a wee boost in before Christmas to keep us going. So this may very well be the last time in 2020 that you hear this next song. Make sure and join us next week at 8 p.m, both Friday and Saturday nights. And in the meantime, keep the flutes to the myth, because we're coming to the tune.
Oh, here am I, an orange man from far across the sea, for singing and for dancing I hope that I'll please thee. I can sing and dance with any man, as I did in days of yore. And on the 12th I love to wear the sash my father wore. It is old, but it is beautiful, and its colours they are fine. It was worn at Derry, Aughrim, Enniskillen, and the Boyne. Sure, my father wore it as a youth in the bygone days of yore. And it's on the 12th I proudly wear the sash my father wore. Whenever I come back again, my brethren here to see, I hope in the fine old orange style they'll always welcome me. My favourite tune, Boyne Water, will please me more and more, and make my orange heart feel glad with the sash my father wore. It is old, but it is beautiful, and its colours they are fine. It was worn at Derry, Aughrim, Enniskillen, and the Boyne. Well, my father wore it as a youth in the bygone days of yore. And it's on the 12th I proudly wear the sash my father wore. Oh, it's now I'm going to leave you. Good luck to you, I say. And when I'm on the ocean, for me I hope you'll pray. I am going to my native land, to a place they call Dromore. where on the 12th I always wear the sash my father wore. It is old, but it is beautiful, and its colours they are fine. It was worn at Derry, Aucheroon, Enniskillen, and the Boyne. Oh, my father wore it as a youth in the bygone days of yore. As on the 12th I love to wear the sash my father wore. As on the 12th I love to wear the sash my father wore.
As we march up and down on the roads of Fortytown, our drums they will blather like the thunder, and as the day grows near, we'll play beating hearts and fear. We'll hold on and cheer the song. In Dublin there's a man, and he says he has a plan. He has 10,000 men or more, they say, but then we need not mind, for they're all half lame and blind. We're the bold on and cheer. As we march up and down on the roads of Fortytown, our drums they will blather like the thunder, and as the day draws near, we'll play beating heart with fear. We're the bold on cheeros and song. In Humber there's a man, like his name is Headstrong. He lives on the outskirts of Humber. He says the day will come, he's stick his foot through Harvey Drum. We're the bold on cheeros and song. As we march up and down on the roads of Fortytown, our drums they will blather like the thunder, and as the day draws near, we'll play speaking heart with fear. We're the bold on cheeros and song. Then up comes a folk with the shovel up his foot, and he says, boys, go no farther. We'll tighten up the rope and we'll stretch King Billy's throat, and he'll never cross the white wall. As we march up and down on the roads of Fortytown, our drums they will